Hi there, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless collective reading. Whenever this reading finds you, it's the right time. Just keep in mind, it's a general reading, and see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation, and hopefully bring clarity to whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, change your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. In the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is in you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the Vintage Tarot, get the foundational movement of energy. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What is the movement of energy to be helpful for the collective? Please and thank you. Movement of energy starts with turning on your inner light. This beautiful hermit goes to the cave to gain wisdom, to end up being a beautiful teacher of wise lessons to others. The hermit is very comfortable with whom he or she is, comfortable in their own skin, comfortable in their own company. The hermit upside down is sometimes a loner, or somebody that stays alone so long they don't ever get the chance to share that beautiful light with others, to have conversations to discuss all of that wisdom or that knowledge or that inner knowing that he or she has. So eventually the hermit does have to leave the cave. This is a Virgo energy. This could be somebody who has a lot to process and is just spending some time alone to work something out. I always see it as seeing the writing on the wall as well, because if that light is out and there's writing right there, you're not going to see it. But once that light is turned on by your own energy, you also have this support here to walk forward. And it looks like this particular hermit is out of the cave. So it could be that this situation is a little unclear. It's nighttime outside, but it does look like the dawn is about to break. The sun is about to come out. But for now, the hermit has the perfect illumination needed to at least pay attention to the step in front of them, the next few steps he or she has to make. I feel like the one message with the hermit's energy is sometimes, if this hermit is there and there's people back there following the hermit, even if it's just one person because this person has the lantern, eventually the hermit does have to be a tough, wise teacher and know when to turn that light out, or how to teach somebody else to turn on their own lamp in case, the hermit gets lost or decides to take a naparoo. That light's out. What if you can't get that fire going on your own? You have to wait for the hermit to wake up. So the hermit knows when to put that light out so others can learn that they too have this illumination inside to guide them on their way. Inside that particular lantern is not just a normal light bulb, it is a star. So you are following that North Star energy, that thing that feels like spiritual guidance, hope, renewal, and illumination. So let's get one more just to get a little clarity on the energy inside or around this hermit. What is the energy around this hermit? Why somebody is spending some time alone or coming out of a long period of isolation. Please and thank you. Oh yeah, you're coming out of that period of isolation for sure. You're hitting I just heard hitting the jackpot. Huh. So, that could be anything. This could be the perfect job that comes through. The sun coming out at just the right time. going step by step on a path that was unclear, and something starts to get brighter and brighter, more and more comfortable. It could be the perfect partnership person in your life, and it feels like hitting the jackpot to get to be around that person's energy, or the dynamic you and someone else have together. This is usually where, I mean, this wheel always spins. So you have to have this wisdom here. You also have clarity here, this new start, with however this turns, to find your center. Because one day is not, it might be different from the next day. 1 week different from 3 weeks later. It's where there is sometimes a slump. Sometimes you do feel like you're stuck underneath this wheel, and it's, you know, the wheel is getting sticky and it's wobbly and it's not quite moving right, but something will always change. Sometimes this is a big divine push by God, by the universe, and sometimes it is you putting the right energy into something so it starts to spin more freely. When you are at the top of that wheel and you see the elevated perspective of a situation, it gives you a different awareness the next go around. So however that cycle goes, because of the wisdom you've gained in that special perspective, you will handle any changes or any way that wheel spins differently than in a past cycle. I hope that made sense. But I always see the Wheel of Fortune as it's gonna, like, I always see it as going to flip upright soon, or sooner or later it will. So it's either preparing you for a burst of luck, you know, a brand new cycle that is coming through, or you're in that cycle now. Get ready, hold on. It's going to be an amazing ride. It's going to feel elevating, and I just heard thrilling. Here, it looks like either whatever changes are coming through are going to bring clarity, or whatever you learned before these changes occur has brought you true clarity. This is knowing what you want to say in a conversation, knowing you should have a conversation, having a brilliant idea, an epiphany that comes through, you know, maybe through your intuition, maybe out of nowhere, from the ether, from spirit, and that is going to be what changes your fortune. But you have to act on that idea. You got to get past the light bulb moment and usually write something down, make a plan, you know, call somebody up, have a conversation. You have to take those ideas, those thoughts, those words, and get them farther than the intro, farther than the hello, farther than the, you know, the format. Or I just saw like a I don't know, I saw paperwork. I mean, that could be something that you're submitting, or even like a resume or something like that. So it's like, if you get the resume, you get the call, they want you into the interview, you got to get past the interview. And then you have to make it to work the first day. And then you have to have conversations with all the people that you are now working with. If this is a partnership that magically falls into your life, like the fates just changed, you have to get to know that person more. You have to ask them a lot of questions, get deeper into who they are, what their experiences are, what they enjoy, what they don't like, how they like their coffee, what their plans are now and they dream about for the future, all of that. Because this is the beginning of conversations that bring you, I mean, I see this as the wreath of glory and prosperity. Also, that looks like mistletoe, so it brings me a little love energy here. This is a chance to have a conversation. This is an idea that's going to change your life, change your destiny. But always follow your connection your higher self has to the divine along this journey. So let's see what this is all about. I feel like we should do the one with all the faces on it. This one. This is the Guides from the hidden realms. Let's get a couple of messages to bring clarity to the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Swords. It could also be, I see, one conversation changing everything. And I feel like that initial conversation, it could be somebody was holding off on having a conversation for a long time. But I feel like it makes really beautiful changes all of a sudden in somebody's life to just maybe finally speak the truth. Speak their truth. Speak your truth. What else would be helpful for the collective, please and thank you? Rise. Hey, looks like you got a phoenix rising. Somebody is going to be clear. Somebody is going to speak up. This is also you coming out of the ashes and rising like a phoenix. It's not just a butterfly energy. This is you becoming a completely different being. But I feel like this is a little more magical. Rise to the occasion. I mean, we could go sassy there too. You know, I do get a little bit of passionate energy with that. So maybe there is some passion that comes through. I mean, the phoenix is, it comes out of the ashes, out of destruction, out of the fire, from the flames, which is spirit. It's passion, it's enthusiasm, it's adventure, it's creativity. It's all of that beautiful fiery energy. It's capability, strength, authenticity, and free will. I feel like that's beautiful. Either somebody has is getting a conversation that is from the depth and truth of their heart, but I feel like it's a conversation that clarifies how somebody wants the freedom to choose something. I feel like somebody is really stepping into their personal power here. Speaking up on what they believe in. I heard who they believe in. It's somebody in the energy of authenticity. It's really a beautiful energy. So let's see, that's 42. That does bring you to a 6, which I always think of balance and love. What is one more from this deck on rising to the occasion? It could be that some of you have a special occasion, a party, a gathering, an event. I did hear premiere. I don't know why. Maybe a premiere for something that you were in, or a grand opening. Somebody finally shows up to something, or you finally show up to something you were invited to. I'm not sure why that's coming through. Look at all this sunny energy. What is holy? What is true? I really like this card. You're not only following, you know, this Phoenix rising energy and the elevated perspective, you are being enlightened, or someone else is. This is following your inner truth. It's appreciation, it's witnessing, it's unmerited gift of grace. This is beautiful energy today. What is holy and what is true? It's number 14, like temperance. I'm also getting a little bit of the same person, but different. And yet this is fire and this is fire. Maybe the color blue as well. So maybe somebody's throat chakra is finally opening up. You know, the real words that wanted to be said finally come through. I feel like somebody is following spirit. You know, their divinity, holy energy. I'm also getting that maybe you or someone else gets to witness something really beautiful. And I'm not sure what that is. Whether that's just a simple act of kindness, or if it's, yeah, I'm getting for some of you, you've witnessed somebody in this beautiful energy of, I don't know, grace, where someone just always did the graceful approach, or had a graceful exit, or had a graceful reaction. I'm getting that somebody reacts differently than maybe others, and that has been really inspiring. I just thought of 2 songs by Sarah McLachlan just from this one card. There's one song called Witness. Make me a witness, take me out of darkness, out of doubt, a long way down, with good intentions. Good intention. And make fire out of clay, or something like that. I will find one with the words. And then I also thought of Full of Grace, which is one of the most beautiful songs ever. And then I thought of I Love You. Hey, you're going to get a Sarah McLachlan playlist today. Sarah McLachlan, that line out of, I mean, I have so much music in my brain files. I love music. But there's a line in Sarah McLachlan's song, I Love You, that's just so beautiful. I have a smile stretched from ear to ear. I see you walking down the road. We meet at the light. We stare for a while. The world around us disappears. It's just you and me on my island of hope. The breath between us could be miles. Let me surround you, a sea to your shore. Let me be the calm you seek. I can't believe I'm reciting this for you. But every time like you're close to me, I think I got the words wrong now. There's so much I can say, and you just walk away. It's like she has all this amazing, beautiful, like love and expression, and these words paint like a picture. They're so vibrant, and she doesn't say it. It's like she's just thinking it. It's just these beautiful words in her soul. So I feel like maybe that needed to take us to that part. So I hope you get to look at her words. I do find she's amazing. But I feel like somebody has had these really beautiful, deep words for someone else, or even painting a gorgeous picture of what they want their life to become. And then it maybe had non-action, kept it internal, and it needs to now start to manifest in reality, be real words, real conversations that are spoken. I hope that was helpful for you guys. These are interesting messages today. So let's do the sweet love tea. Let's do one sweet love tea to clarify what is holy, what is true. I think that Justin Bieber has a song called Holy as well. What is one message to bridge the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords? What is holy, what is true, and rising to the occasion, please and thank you. Soul searching. I really like this because that's going back to this Hermit. Maybe somebody had to really go deep diving in their soul, address issues that were unresolved, gain inner standing and inner awareness, and have free will and desire, the choice to change, the choice to grow from what is now clear that could have been unclear before. It could also be that there is truth that came to light, really sparked something, not only in your soul and in your heart, but it made your crown chakra really like beam into light, become a phoenix rising out of this place of darkness, out of the ashes. It is somebody who needed to work on some personal issues first. So if that's this person here, you or someone else, and they just went to the cave for a little bit. You know, maybe they weren't on the top of their game. Maybe the wheel was stuck for a little while, or they were holding on for dear life on the side, or it was a cycle that just kept spinning around and around and around, and it never felt like, I just see like a windmill, like a pinwheel where it's going around and around, but it's kind of stuck in the ground, instead of a beautiful wheel that has movement towards a new territory, towards a new chapter. More like, you know, a merry-go-round than, now I see like a carriage, something that can move you on the road to your path of destiny. This is motives, purpose, and self. Let's get one more from this. What is one more message on soul searching? Please and thank you. It's interesting. The last time I did a reading, these exact cards came out together. And let me show you how big this deck is. It's a pretty big deck of cards. So it looks like even if somebody was alone, there's somebody around who understands giving space, having patience. Or it could be that after somebody, I heard did a major turnaround. I mean, you have this growth of the Phoenix here, that maybe this is that new energetic vibration that really, really brings in the right person, the right people into your life, where you can really have some solid, deep roots with growth for a long time. I feel like this is maybe somebody, for some of you, that's going to be in every chapter. And for some of you, this is just somebody so strong that there can be chapters apart, but that bond never changes. It's like you can pick up where you left off. If you have a friend that lives across the country and you only see them every 2 years, it doesn't matter. I feel like even those conversations you get to have, you know, it's that beautiful dynamic and strong bond. It's friendship. It's being faithful to a certain person, and it's building a foundation of trust with somebody. I do feel like this is a person that you have a spiritual connection with. Hold on, I gotta pause you 1 second. I think somebody is at my door. All right, just because those first 2 cards were the same 2 cards, let's see if we can get one more layer. Although when the same cards come through, it just means that that's a very big message for the collective that's watching these readings. So let's get one more from the Sweet Love Tea. What is one more message to be helpful on building strong roots in soul searching? What is holy and what is true? And rising to the occasion. Expression. Well, it looks like maybe somebody just had to come to, you know, an inner conclusion on what it is that they are feeling. But the right person that comes into your world or their world will give complete freedom to be your authentic self, to express whatever it is you feel, to get to talk about whatever it is going on, whatever it is you're working out, whether it's that you had an amazing day or that you have a dilemma right now and maybe you can work these thoughts out together. It's being able to share your feelings openly. It's vulnerability and it's honesty. It's funny that there was another reading I had, and even though this is this deck, I remember that in that reading, it was the divine dog, and you also had that vulnerability card come through. So it is a similar message. I just feel like I wanted to scratch that dog's belly. So this is somebody you feel, no matter what kind of day you're having, no matter what emotions are going on, this person makes you safe to share. So let's do one more. I want to do one more tarot. I want to use the Art of Life though, and that's on my shelf. I'm going to pause you again. Hold on. Sometimes I bring out cards and I know kind of what I'm going to pull, but then depending on how a reading goes, I get like insight to go and get a different deck. So let's clarify all of these cards that came through today with one from the Art of Life Tarot. I like that these have beautiful paintings and quotes. What is the last message for the collective? Please and thank you. This Queen of Wands. So you are like the Phoenix Rising, or this is somebody in your life that is so inspiring to you, so confident with who he or she is. It's a feminine energy. This is somebody who is very comfortable in, I want to say, even their masculine side. This is someone who knows when to pursue and somebody who knows when to allow the right things in, because she's not going to accept any less than she deserves, because she is fully aware of how unique and special she is. This queen upside down is the one that's always afraid that the next best thing or whatever is going to take away her position or her spotlight, and is in the energy of lack. And usually I'm getting like kind of even a gossiper to try to, like, you know, have, oh, that person can't be good. Like I see a spotlight. It's like they'll try to put a spotlight on the fault of someone else so you don't recognize how talented they are. You know, that one time I had it, like they don't pay attention to how amazing the song is. They hear that one weird note. Upright, she's so confident. She's so ballsy and sexy and amazing. And she's completely unique and creative. She wants others to shine because she wants everyone to have the chance to be in the spotlight too, because it's way more exciting of an experience in her life when everyone gets to rise to the occasion, and not just her. Otherwise it's lonely up there. She wants everyone to have success, and she's usually very inspiring to others to, you know, move with their talents, to pursue their dreams. It's usually a fiery sign, but it doesn't have to be. But Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, the greatest good you can do for another is not just to share your riches. Interesting, because it's Wands energy, but to reveal to him his own. It's not just about giving. It's that, where are we going? It's going back to that Hermit. It's the one that, you know, you can pass that torch along or light somebody else's fire, or you can teach them to do it themselves. You can teach someone how beautiful that spirit, that fire in their soul is, how their own uniqueness is what is going to take them on the path to their destiny, to their dreams coming true. For someone to feel wealthy and abundant within their soul, who they are, whatever chapter they're in, the step that they are walking on now. Not always reaching for the next big thing to bring the happiness. So, and that's Benjamin Disraeli. Can we do one more? Let's do one more. Sum this reading up for the collective. What is one more message from the Raise Your Vibration Oracle? One more message for the collective, please and thank you. I am fulfilled by love. That's beautiful. It's where you're in the energy of loving exactly who you are, seeing that beautiful divine soul in everyone else. You know, no matter what path they're on or what part of the journey they are in, it's shining that energy of love like a beautiful lantern, like a star coming from your soul out there for everyone to see. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope that this reading was helpful for you and you found something that brought you insight and clarity. And with this, I bid you adieu. I love you, and I will see you very soon. Bye.